All right, everyone, welcome to BMRL Racing Network, and alongside me tonight for your coverage of the BMRL Xfinity Series, we've got the one and only Dustin Hardy. Dustin, yeah, got me in here, good sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, we got Dustin loaded up, ready to go. We're gonna go road course racing tonight, Dustin. C.O.T.A here in the great state of Texas. Left and right hand turns all night. We're gonna have our hands full.
It's tight. It's going to be very tricky.
Yeah, without a doubt, it'll be absolutely a handful all night. You see Chris Stouffer there, Michael Tucker there as well, headed up the hill here into turn one. That high speed turn one into or high speed entry into almost a hairpin where you're going up the hill. The thing of it is, Dustin, you can use the uphill portion of the road to slow the car down a little bit there. But then you got to turn right around and come down these S's and ride the brakes down the S's all the way down through here.
Honestly, you just trail breaking through there. You got to have a real good rhythm through there. I've never been good at road courses, but you got some good ones in here. These boys are good at these road courses.
Yes, sir, man. Well, I tell you what, it's been a heck of a night as we are ready to roll here in this evening. And again, thank you guys for coming out to tonight's coverage of the BMRL Xfinity Series live here on the BMRL Network. And holy crap, I didn't mess that up, Dustin. That's a miracle.
I'll probably mess up a couple times, so I'll make up for it.
There we go. All right, qualifying underway. If you haven't noticed here, everybody trying to get a decent start. And yes, you want to start well at a road course, but more than anything, you want to keep that car on track for all 55 laps here tonight.
You got to be real consistent here tonight. Keep it on track and stay out of trouble.
And don't do what Shane just did there, loop that 23 machine around, completely around in circles. He'll get it back going. You see Austin Hunt, Connor Elliott, all these guys good to go. Stephen Douglas Hines there as well.
I tell you what, though, that Adam Gardner, he looks pretty consistent. Yeah, I think he only looped it once or twice, and he looks pretty consistent. He might be hard to handle tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, man, it's going to be a handful all evening. Drew, Matt Taylor, Scott. See Matt Taylor there, top of the board. There's the number one machine of Matt. Scott there to second. Joseph Tucker to now fourth. Michael Tucker into second. Good qualifying effort for Michael here. Just about, what's that, 5/7 off the leader's pace.
Yes, sir. And if Austin runs what he ran in practice, he might save on the pole.
Taking a look there at Austin there. Austin coming through that final set of corners, coming up to the final complex. A little loose. Not what you want to see if you're Austin there. Well, I got lost. That was turn one. That was turn one. My apologies, folks. Got a little bit lost on the racetrack. Connor Elliott. And we've only got 3 minutes until we grid these cars up, bud. They are
Yeah,
almost out of qualifying time.
yeah, you pretty much got to take off as soon as that thing lets you ride. And yeah, it's a lot more corners to keep up with tonight than we used to.
Shane, Matt, right there, ready to
Seth's looking pretty good right now too. Seth Whitworth.
go. Matt, Drew, Michael Tucker, Scott, Joseph right there as well.
Chris
So
Mayo looking pretty stout too.
look at Chris getting it done.
Ha
Mayonnaise. You know he's going to kill me if I keep calling him mayonnaise all season.
Man, there's a lot of corners tonight.
Exactly. And look at that beautiful 24 rod. I love the paint scheme on that car.
Yeah, that's a pretty ride, especially with the BMRL colors.
Beautiful black and silver machine working his way through. And again, up the hill into turn one, or up the hill and back down. So many elevation changes here at COTA. And you got to get hard on the brakes, get these cars load up. Now, me, I don't know about you, Dustin, but I tend to blip the gas as I'm downshifting these race cars to keep the back end on.
I'm the same way, and I like to do all of my braking before I try to turn that thing too. Because if you touch that wheel while you turning, you gonna have a handful.
You know, it's kind of like a Humvee. It stops good and it turns good, but it doesn't do both at the same time
Yeah, I've had quite a few experiences with that. Promise you.
very good. Exactly. Well, we are less than a minute to go. Chris working through what was considered the stadium section here at COTA. These final last couple of corners that lead you to the front straightaway. This stadium section we're coming through here, man. I've always been pretty good through the stadium section at COTA. Been able to make up a lot of time through this particular section.
Honestly, I couldn't make up no time in none of these corners. I'm not that great at road courses, so my hats is off to these guys. They they are a whole lot better than I can do at road courses.
Well, you see Mayo right now, 11th on the board, 2:30 flat. Fast time is Chris Stouffer there on the charts. Really quickly, we got just a minute with 27 seconds of qualifying remaining. Let's quickly transition over, man, and let's take a look at the upcoming races here that we'll be seeing here very, very soon. Again, we got some races coming up on the channel and so forth for Xfinity. And we'll take a look at that now as we get ready and finish up qualifying. So, right here is your upcoming races for the Xfinity Series. You see July the 1st there, Texas. July the 8th, Dover. But next week, we go to Richmond Raceway, followed by Martinsville on the 24th. And, of course, Texas on the 1st of July. You see the little ticker there at the bottom of your screen giving your upcoming races here for a BMRL and the BMRL Xfinity Series. Of course, Dustin here taking care of the trucks on Tuesdays. But it is time, my folks, to get your starting lineup here tonight from COTA to get this one underway here this evening. So again, here is your starting lineup for COTA tonight before we officially go green flag racing. And so here we go. Front row tonight. Chris Stouffer grabbing the pole. Great qualifying run for Chris there, Dustin.
Ye- Yes, sir. He dove her off in there a few times. I thought he wasn't gonna make it the whole way, but he blew the doors off of him.
Tedler alongside. Then it's going to Hund and Tucker in that second row. Row number 3, Drew and Mr. Scott Phillips. Row number 4, Joseph Tucker and Stephen Douglas Hines. Row number 5 tonight, Levi McCartney and Jake Baker alongside. Then it's going to be row 6 of Chris Mayo alongside Kevin Gittenberger here tonight. That's Kevin Gittenberger alongside Mayonnaise in that sixth row. Row number 7, Shane Haas and Devin Ramsey. Row number 8 here tonight. Give it to Chris Cornett alongside Brendan Bowmaker in that 8th row. Row number 9 here tonight, Adam F. Gardner and Connor Elliott. Row number 10, give it to Jeannie Gibbs and Sean Cross. Row at number 11, we have 11 rows, we do. David Mayo and Seth Whitworth right there as well. And row number 12, Paul Wickerly and Mr. Timothy Darby. Row number 13, nope, 12 rows. I was just going to keep going, but we are out of rows, so.
Oh,
Michael Tucker
yeah.
there.
And as you was talking about time for qualifying too, Brandon Bowmaker almost made it to the start finish line and ran out of time.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what it's about to be time for, right? Are you
A
ready?
barn. It's gonna be a barn burner.
Turn one. It is going to be an absolute barn burner into turn one. I expect to see them two or three wide when we climb to the top of the hill for the first time here tonight. That is going to be where it's at here this evening. Man, this is going to
Every
be so good. Here is
if
where
it's anything like, oh my bad, go ahead.
go ahead. You're fine.
If it's anything like any road course I've ever been in, man, it's gonna be Calamity Corner.
Well, tonight here on BMRL, I am glad to make my return to the channel. I'm glad to have you on board with me, Dustin, here for the Xfinity series. Of course, my day job over at StreamSim TV, my night job over here at BMRL. It is time to get the BMRL Xfinity series rolling from Texas. Pace car are going to bring us through the final stadium section underneath the C.O.T.A bridge. Beautiful Austin, Texas. Maybe we'll go get some ribs after the show, Dustin.
I'm down for that. Maybe a steak.
There we go. Well, everything's bigger in Texas, including the BMRL Xfinity Series, into the restart zone. Flagman will put the green flag in the air. Oh, let's get ready to go. Thunder these cattle up towards turn number one. Here we go, buddy. This is going to get dicey. And braking into one. Cars pulling out of line. Whoa. How did
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a lot cleaner than I thought it was gonna be. These boys got it going on. Oh, there's a wreck right there in the back. Adam Gardner around.
Oh, and
He
they're
gets it
still
going though.
wrecking another one around. Everybody,
Oh,
oh boy. Well, that went good for a moment. Gardner's got it straightened back out. Now, there will be no cautions per se for incidents. I think we got stages, but it's Chris Stouffer out front leading Matt 1 and 2 right now.
yeah, he's getting a little lead on him. I believe this guy's gonna run away with it.
There
He's getting
comes,
on out there.
there comes Austin the fourth. Take a look at Austin moving his car forward as well. First lap of the night, already moving forward. So hard to get these cars around here. There's Mayonnaise back here. Good run for Mayonnaise, hopping on board with him real quick. Into the top 10 here, coming towards completion of lap
Adam Gardner making up some spots after he got spun on the first lap too.
1. And we got him blocking up behind him. That's Jeremy out of Shea. Timothy Darby, Shane Haas, right here side by side. And you know, I never want to say you want to lose position, but these type of races, man, I don't know that it matters as much this early. I think you got plenty of time to recover.
Man, you got 50 laps. Honestly, you're gonna see a couple that's gonna try to drive off from them, and then you're gonna see a few that's gonna fall back. But then you're gonna see the ones that fall back catch right on back up to the ones that try to drive off.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Two on the board. Chris Stouffer, Matt Tedler, Michael Tucker, Austin, Kevin Gittenberger, Chris Mayo around. Hello, Mayonnaise. Let's take a look at what happened to Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise ran into a problem. Let's see.
Oh,
Somebody left.
Levi's around too.
That is Will Hop, good sir. Just a little too hard into the corner, and Will Hop that bad boy. Got it turned around. He'll get it back rolling. Somebody left a jar of mayonnaise open there.
It looked like one got cracked.
Exactly. Two the S's.
I tell you,
Go ahead.
I tell you what, Christopher got this thing on rails.
Yeah, he's over. He opened up a 2-second gap over Matt Tedler here. We're watching the battle for a second. Here's my opinion of your history. You know a lot about fatigue, right? And what happens to the mental brain when you get fatigued in the human brain. Here tonight, 50 laps. It's a long night, a little bit under 2 hours of driving. is falling out of the seat, would that become a factor here? Like you kind of get mentally drained, start making mistakes.
Any other week, I would say no. But these road courses, they really wear on you, and they wear them tires out too, which is gonna wear out on you more.
Yeah, I think it's not so much of as Shane Haas has been around. I don't think it's so much as a physical fatigue as a mental fatigue of hitting your braking marks, downshifting when you need to, doing all the things you got to do.
Yes, sir. You probably you shifting a whole bunch at this track. You got to remember every braking point, every pickup point, every time to shift down, up, whatever. It wears on you
Now,
over time.
my question is, do we have anybody in the league that's actually running a H pattern shifter, or is everybody running their passenger style?
I'm not. I think Joseph Tucker runs a sequential, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I don't know if I'd want to run an H pattern here, just because you make that mistake, that mental mistake, throw it in the wrong gear, and there goes your night.
Mess around and blow that motor too.
Exactly. Well, I'm checking on back out front, battle for second. But again, Chris Stover, he is checked out, as you said, on rails. Tucker and Drew going at it. That's going to be fifth and sixth on the racetrack. Up the hill into one.
Oh, nice move by Michael Tucker. He
Ooh,
didn't make it stick though.
he tried it. Didn't work, though.
And he sent her on in there.
I,
Just didn't stick for him.
I feel like we need like 10 more cameras out here.
Man, listen, you got him on one side of the track and all the way to the other side of the track. You got one in the pits, Timothy Darby.
Where are we coming down? Mayo under fire here. You see Mayo, trying to outbrake him. Does it? That's what got Mayo in trouble early. Or I'm noticing with Mayo in particularly, man, he's driving that car really deep in the corner, downshifting really late. And I think that's why he went around the one time he did. Just really late on the downshifts, and you time that wrong being late, you're going to lock the brake back wheels up, they're going to chatter, and around that car is going to come.
It just had one spun out and another one spun out. Levi McCarty spun out again.
Stevens falling backwards, he's around, trying to keep track of all the incidents here. We've had multiple incidents here already. And I think
Yes,
this is
sir.
going to, I think he's just going to get free. Let's take a look.
Ooh,
Oh, he
Matt
got the
Coder in
curb.
there's loose.
He got the curb and it upset the car. Look,
Oh, it don't take much here. You
watch
touch them
this.
rumble strips.
Watch this, guys. Over the curb, upset the car, and sayonara, see you later. Man,
But yeah, to your point about Chris Mayo, he's driving a little hard early. I hope it don't wear his tires off too fast.
I hope it don't wear him out too fast. Jeez.
He's going for another spot now.
I mean,
He's over in there deep again.
I know the man's got some endurance here, but he's going awful hard early. And if I've learned one thing in life, you're supposed to have a smooth rhythm at first, and then pick
Well,
up the pace.
two mayonnaise jars are going at it back here too.
Right. Nice job. There you go. The 24 clear. Overall, good job, good recovery, and I mean it's working for him. That late
Yes,
braking
sir, it is.
is working. Oh
Oh, and he's
no! Good save.
yeah, it was good wreck avoidance by David too.
I'm gonna quit bragging on him because every time I do that, something happens. Some things never change.
Man, Chris is out to almost a 5-second lead, boys.
Yeah, Stouffer's over in the next count.
Yeah, he's in a different area code. That man's rolling.
He's already halfway to our next race. He's done loaded that bad boy in the hall and left Texas.
I mean, we only on lap 4 of 50, and he's already way ahead of him.
So do you happen to know the stage links tonight?
I think there's stages, but I don't think there's stage breaks.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Let me look and make sure.
But that's what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. Stouffer, though, leading. I mean, if there's not a stage break here tonight, Stouffer is going to be in the next universe by the time it's over.
Either that or burn the tires off of that thing. One or the other.
Well, he's what, 2 seconds a lap faster than the whole field right now.
Close to it, yeah.
Connor Elliott, Bowmaker, 2x2. They're going to head down the hill here. And of course, our first night working together would be a road course. Because that's about
That's
how our luck
yeah. This is a weird one to start off with. If I can get it going on this, I want it to be okay tomorrow night.
goes. For real, homie. Because road courses are not my friend normally.
They ain't my friend in me racing or watching and broadcasting. I I've never been good friends with a road course.
You see Joseph Tucker trying to close the gap, driving it hard as well. That'll be around fifth and sixth. Up the hill we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Or maybe turn one.
Alright.
Great job. Look at the gap Stouffer has. Just that shot right there. He's already at the end of the S's before everybody else has even got into the S's.
I tell you what, if you got a road course team and you need a driver, you better call that man there.
I might call him to drive my 6 hours at the Glencar this weekend because I
Uh,
know
no joke. That's some outstanding driving.
Chris Cornett on pit road, bringing the 87 down. For those at home who have not seen this style of layout before, the ticker on the bottom of your screen is your pit road ticker. So that's your cars that are on pit road at this moment and how long they've been there. They keep you up to date there. Drew, Joseph, all in line. You just joined us tonight. We're only 5 laps into this one at C.O.T.A. It's been a pretty good 5 laps as well as you see Drew and Joseph Tucker doing battle for position on the racetrack. But we got off to a pretty smooth turn one start. We didn't have the calamity I thought we was going to.
No, I thought they was gonna tear some stuff up in that first corner, and they kept it real clean.
It was a clean turn one here tonight, which kind of sets the precedent more than off the bat. We got through one turn, right? That's the most challenging part of the whole ding dong dang on night. And now it is clean and clear, and we keep rolling right now with Chris out front.
I mean, other than a couple spinners, there ain't really been a whole lot going on except for Chris Stover driving out of everybody's life.
Exactly. And continuing to do so. Guys, if you're
Um,
watching, don't forget to slam that like button for us. Austin makes the move on Michael there. And
he's nearly got a 10-second lead on these boys.
he does. Clear.
And
Austin.
Michael Tucker and Austin Hunn going at it.
Did you see Austin's back end slide out at the end of turn one?
I did.
Man, man, oh man, I don't know if that would be considered twerking or not, but that's pretty close to it, I would think. I'm not an
Man,
expert. I'm not an expert on that, but that looks pretty close to me.
yeah, they was doing a little something something there. They still trying to go at it. Tucker get loose.
Right behind him, trying to stay right to the back bumper. That's 8, 9, and 10 on the racetrack, nose to tail through the S's.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't expect that Christopher to drive out of their life, but I honestly coming in here knowing the Tucker guys, I thought they was gonna, walk away with this, but that is not what's going on.
No, it is not. It has been a relatively interesting first 6 laps if you're anybody here tonight. again, thank you everybody for coming out here. Let's see, we're what, 6 laps in? What do you think the pit road strategy, pit road game is going to be here tonight?
I'm not sure how these boys are going to do it, but me, myself, when I run a road course, I try to run that first run as far as I can.
Right.
And depending on how, I'm not sure how many laps to get to a tank, but, you know, usually at a road course, you're going to get about 20 laps or so, give or take. You're going to want to run that whole entire tank out,
Right.
you know, and pit and try to only make it one or two pit stops instead of trying to make as many pit stops as you can.
Right.
Honestly, though, I think this race is probably going to be Stouffer's, but for second, I believe it's going to end up being a pit road thing.
Yes, sir. I mean, I think that will be the call of the night.
I,
Well, we're eight.
it's hard.
Go ahead.
It's hard not to bet against Chris right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. Well, we're rolling to 8 here. What do you say we do a lap at Frank Hill? Who do you want to ride on? I would almost vote we ride on board with Chris.
He's gonna have some RPMs going.
All right, let's do that. We're going to hop on board. We're going to give you a little bit of crank it up here. 8 laps in here tonight. And again, on board with Chris Stouffer around C.O.T.A. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of cranking up there. That gave me and Dustin the opportunity to grab a drink of water here as we work lap number 8 of this race here tonight. So again,
Oh, got one off.
one gonna go. Where's he going? Is he going to the bar?
I believe he's going anywhere but where he was supposed to be going right there.
That's Cross that made that diversion. Um, yeah, he went what 3, 4, 5 furlongs into turn one deep.
Yeah, he drove it a little too far. Locked them front brakes up. That's another thing that'll get you here at a road course. How you got your brakes set up? Either you're gonna lock up them fronts or you're gonna lock up the rear and spin it out. If you don't got it right, you either gonna slide or spin out, neither one of them's good for you.
So both of them are bad, okay? As Mr. Mackey would say. Either or of those scenarios. Chris out front with Austin and Matt Hedberg. Then Drew, then Michael Tucker, Scott, Kevin Gittenberger, and Dylan Ramsey in line as well. You see Kevin Gittenberger. Good to see Kevin back on track as well.
Yeah, he's looking pretty smooth out there too.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
riding right around with Devin Ramsey. Both those guys smooth with one another.
And honestly, man, sometimes That's all you need to be at a road course. Let them other guys drive hard and wear them tires out, and either they're going to wreck or burn the tires off of it, and you end up with a top 5, top 10 finish. A good points night.
Yes, sir. And now we're going to have to cover a lot tonight. A lot of spread out racing. But one thing that me and Dustin can do in the booth for you guys at home, not only as we watch this race, but you look at the season ahead when we get out of C.O.T.A being that abnormal-ish race, right? When we leave C.O.T.A, then we get into the meat and potatoes of the racetracks that you normally see.
Yeah, you hit them Dovers and them Richmonds and them Texas and I can't remember where else they go.
Texas is
Pull
coming up. Martinsville is coming up.
That's gonna be a barn burner.
I mean, so yeah, tonight a little bit different, but again, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the season very, very soon here in the BMRL Xfinity Series. As you're what 4 races into season 3 right now? This being
Yes,
race number
sir.
4.
Yes, sir. And I tell you what, I just noticed on the ticker, Adam Gardner spun out early. I think he actually spun out twice. He's back up almost into the top 10.
Good move for Adam to move back forward. You take a look at the season as a whole right now. Daytona went to Jacob Jensen. Austin Hunt picked up the second race of the year over at Atlanta and now Vegas last week. Dakota Ramsdale. In my opinion, man, and I may be wrong, but I think we're going to see the 4th different winner of the season.
Yeah, it's either going to end up being Chris or I believe it's the only 2 I can think of that can win this race unless something bad happens is Chris or Austin. Maybe
Yeah.
one of the Tucker guys.
Man, you take a look at what we got with Richmond coming up. My apologies. I said Dover was next week. It's Richmond next week, and then Martinsville, Texas, then Dover. So think about it. We leave C.O.T.A and we go to the action track of Richmond in 1 week's time.
Matt, that's my favorite track. I've gotten more wins at that track than I probably have at any other track.
Matt Tedler holding on to 3rd. Drew closing in here. Man, Drew closing that gap fast here from 4th.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fast guys out here, but there's a lot of good looking rides out here too.
Man, they're almost better looking wides than they are women sometimes.
That's what I'm talking about. So I believe, Austin Hunt's starting to pull Chris back in. He's pulled him back in by almost a little over a second. I don't know if Chris is taking it easy knowing he's way out here or he's burning tires off of that thing.
Exactly. Austin. 9 seconds to gap. Last time by it was a 2:23 to a 2:22.9 for Austin.
Yeah, it sounds like Chris is probably burning them tires off of it. He drove real hard that first little stint that he had. I believe he, like I say, he's either figured out, hey, I'm way out here and I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, save these tires and fuel, or he's actually burnt them tires off of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You run it that hard, you run that risk, right?
That sometimes risk equals reward. Sometimes risk equals a very bad night.
Sometimes risk equals, burning the tires off and losing.
End up with a bad night, bad points night, and very disappointing.
It's like a country song. Your tires ran off, your dog ran off, your wife ran off, and she took the truck.
That's right. So Tucker's done fell out the top 5, I believe. No, he's 5th. He's fell back some too. No, my bad. He fell back to 7th. The other Tucker, Joseph Tucker's in 5th. And I thought Joseph looked like he was saving early. He might be trying to come back on up and catch him here late in this run.
Look at Scott trying to move forward. I mean, again, Scott doing a well of a job.
Yes, sir. That's a good looking American flag ride too.
We we don't want to talk about that today. I've got opinions on the real NASCAR race and their crappy anthems that they played. That was horrendous.
Yeah.
Charles, Chris, Austin, Matt, Drew, Scott. Here we
Yeah.
go. Some more cars to pit road. So we're starting to see the pit road cycle begin.
Yes, sir. You got Joseph Tucker's on pit road. Timothy. Oh, my bad. Drew Proles on pit road.
Drew down pit road here. Yep, there he is. So what you're going to start to see is this pit cycle work itself out as the later in this race we go, and especially since we're not stopping for stages, with Lansdale going to put pressure on Kevin Gittenberger here, Joseph Tucker. So we're starting to see more and more guys exit pit road. And that's where it gets dicey. You saw the cars re-entering. The cars that were up to speed had to snake their way by, and that is oh so difficult to do.
And it's a tight track as it is, and then you got these guys coming off pit road, and they just either got to go or get out of the way. And most of the time, they end up in the way, and you got to snake your way around, and doesn't always turn out good.
Right?
I've had a few bad experiences with that, so it sucks sometimes, but sometimes you get it right.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a song that I once heard. Move, get out the way.
Oh, Shane Haas is on pit road
Oh,
now.
whoa. Drew, the 80
Shane
Drew got sideways. Go ahead.
Shane Haas and David Mayo pitting.
So they'll both come down. Man, beautiful pit road here at C.O.T.A.
Austin Hunt's done pulled 2 more seconds in on Chris too.
You know, you think Austin's got the long run car here tonight? That may pay off for him. If he can stay close enough to him on the short run, it might come to him here tonight.
And also, it depends on what happens right here whenever Chris and Austin pit. Depends on what strategy they go with.
I think everything's just a gamble here, right? It's rolling the dice to how this works out.
This is like an oddball super speedway. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to have a good car, who's going to have a right setup, who's going to have the best strategy. I mean, like they say, you got to work a road course pit strategy from the end of the race to the beginning instead of beginning to the end.
Right. You see that gap right now, stable at about 9.4 out front. Another car.
Chris must be
Go ahead.
Chris must be watching the broadcast. He lost 2 seconds, and then as soon as I said something, he gained 2 more back.
Hey, he just picked up his darn mayonnaise and got going with it.
Speaking of mayonnaise looked like he's coming back up the field a little bit.
Right now in 16th. Only problem for him is he's about to be a victim of the other Chris and about to go a lap down. He's got a couple of corners in between them, but that'll be a wrap here, I'd say, in the next 10 to 12 minutes. Hey, there's Michael Tucker on pit road.
Oh, I believe we're going to see Chris coming here soon.
Well,
There's no way he's got tires left, honestly.
so he's down to 223. Austin Hunn's down to 220.
Oh, Chris, and I believe that's Sean Cross just spun.
Oof.
No, not Sean.
Rosenberger, maybe?
Seth Whitworth. Oh, and Chris Stouffer in pit road.
Okay, there we go. So leader to pit road.
See
So
where
for
Austin.
your
Austin.
reference, he lost about 4 seconds of lap time over that run. So his last lap of the run was a 24.5. First lap of the run, 20.2. So about a 4 second fall off there.
So Austin stayed out. Let's see if it plays out for him, or how it plays out for him.
I think he's got to come this next time by to stay relatively
If he
iffy.
d-
Yeah.
if he doesn't, he'll lose too much time, and it won't be worth it.
So he should hit this next time around. Brandon Browmaker under fire with Connor Elliott side by side. That's 13th and 14th on the racetrack. Nice job. So those two hard on the brakes. Look at the flames shoot out the right side of the race cars as they're downshifting.
That was a game of chicken there. Which one was going to let off first?
They tried to play chicken with the train.
38 gets back by him.
You know, that's so hard to do in this section. Look, you get alongside like the 6 is here, but you got to get turned to get the power down. Oh,
Oh,
both of them about lost it.
yeah, it's all about rhythm, and sometimes you can make the inside work or the outside work if you go into the corner above to make the next corner like that right there.
Yeah, just use the top of the racetrack to your advantage and use the momentum of the outside line, right?
That's right. You hold that guy down, he can't get the power down, and then you get that momentum coming out the corner.
Oh, Mayo.
Oh,
Hello. Look at the speed difference there as Austin went by Chris. And that got lost
so
on pit road.
yes, sir. I was about to say the same thing.
So
So let's see how much Chris is probably gonna get. Yeah, Chris is gonna pass him. It just depends on how far he gets ahead of him before Austin comes off pit road.
Chris on the front straightaway now. Austin in his box. They're doing right side tires. Here goes Chris by Austin. Chris by Austin. Austin still on jack stands. And he's rolling now, and Chris is all the way through turn one.
Oh, and got one off track too.
And Austin just now. So to give you the difference, it was 9 seconds when they came down pit road. When Austin clipped the timing line, he was 11 seconds back. So he lost
And
2 seconds.
I do believe you're gonna see Austin run Chris down late in this run because Chris is gonna. I believe Chris is driving it really hard, driving it in them corners. I hate to say it, but I think he might burn them tires off,
Well, we've seen
and
him
he
do it.
don't.
We've seen him do that the first run. But the thing of it was, he had enough of a gap that it didn't really matter.
I don't think he's gonna have that same gap this time.
Just a Tucker back here. So now that we kind of went through our stop cycle a little bit, now we're completely pretty much spread out around the racetrack. Kevin off of pit road here. 4 tires and fuel.
That should be the last one to hit pit road.
Yeah, of everybody on the lead lap, yeah. Gardner's going to finish up his stop. Chris Mayo, who's a lap down, I believe he's still got to make a stop here. He'll fall back a lap down once he does. Or no, he doesn't. Excuse me. He's at 4 laps in front. So everybody has indeed made a stop. All except Ramsey. Devin Ramsey's still working lap 14 of his stint, so the 9 will have to come to pit road at some point. And that would complete the first round of practice. So if I'm doing my math right, if you come in around 15 each time, that's 15, 30, and then 45 stop and 5 to go, correct?
Yes, sir. But they probably, honestly, I don't think you'll see him come 15, 15, 15. I think you'll see him lay off of it a little bit this run because
Austin
they
back
know
on
what they
pit
have.
road. Austin
He
back
must
on
have got a.
pit road speeding
Must.
penalty.
Oh man,
That would be the only reason I could think of he's come back down, but he's actually going to his box. What strategy is Austin playing? What is wrong with the 15?
I wish I knew how much they had fuel wise.
Oh no. This is going to kill Austin's strategy.
That's a hold. So yes, it was speeding on pits more than likely because he ain't getting tires.
Either that or unsafe pit exit, maybe?
That could be. Either
Wow.
way, that's a hold, and that's gonna put a dent in his night.
Yeah, he's still being held. 59 seconds, 60 seconds on pit road, 61 seconds, 63
That,
seconds, 64 seconds on pit road.
that was a 40-second hold. That was an unsafe pit exit.
Wow. So that, for reference, that dropped him from second to sixth. It's going to kill pretty much any chance he had of winning it. Wow, I cannot believe that battle between Ramsey and Gittenberger side by side down the
If
hill.
if Hunt can stay, I mean, if Hunt can stay on the lead lap, he might can pull some pit strategy and try to salvage a good finish. Or you never know, he might come back and win this thing.
He
Just
definitely did.
anything's
Anything's possible,
yes.
but it definitely didn't make his not easy.
Nah, it. I tell you what, if he does win this thing, that'd be a heck of a comeback.
That'd be a comeback for the ages if he pulls this off.
Yes, sir.
Go for it and keep the lead.
And that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier. You never know what's going to happen at a root course, and it hurts so much worse at a root course.
Man, that's rough.
If this was a oval, you know you could go do your penalty, hope for a caution, get your lap back. But here we got no cautions unless something major happens, which I doubt is going to happen. So you got no chance in the world
Yeah.
to get your lap back if you do go a lap down or get a penalty like he just did. It's hard to come back from that.
That was pretty much disaster in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
See Connor Elliott right here, right on the back bumper of Brandon the Bowmaker. And we did a little bit of crank it up a little bit earlier in the show. You want to ride on board for a lap of somebody else's go around?
Let's ride with Austin Hunt. Let's see how hard he's driving to try to make up for that penalty.
All right, enjoy some crank it up with Austin Hunt, everybody. Crank it up. Okay. as we rode on board with Austin Hunn there. That was pretty fun to ride on board with him.
Yeah, I believe he's driving a little angry right now.
Yeah, I think he is, man. He is driving so hard to do anything there. I mean, it is crazy to watch as he works his way through. Christopher there continuing to lead 18 on the board of the 50 here tonight. Matt Tedler, Drew, Scott, Joseph, Austin, Kevin Gittenberger back here as well. It's good to see Kevin hanging tight.
He's sitting there in seventh place looking pretty. Ooh, 87 loose.
He's looking pretty like the best friend on prom night.
Oh, mayonnaise done come back up to about 14th.
Yeah, mayonnaise has recovered a little bit here. He's put some of the mayonnaise back in the jar at least. He's getting there. Slowly but surely. He's like the little engine that could right now. Continuing to move. But it's Chris Stouffer who is dominating the night right now with a 32-second lead.
Yeah, it'll take a lot to catch that man. I don't think anybody's got anything for him tonight.
You know, Matt might want to get a jet engine put on the back of the car. Then he might catch him.
Go ahead. Next time they come to a road course, they're gonna have to pull his power out of that 13. Give everybody else a fighting chance.
You know, I think when the race is over and we get done and get ready to go home, every competitor in the field is going to want to look under the hood of the 13.
I guarantee you, before they go to another road course, these boys right here are practice to try to figure out what that 13's doing.
This is a good old classic Texas ass whooping, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. And it's a very technical track. That's what I was trying to say earlier. You gotta hit this. You gotta hit every single corner pretty much perfect. And that 13's got it down pat.
He is absolutely out of here. I mean, per lap, 22 fours to 23 sevens. That's a second and change faster than anybody else right now.
That's crazy. That's only like what 2 seconds off of his qualifying run. So I mean, that's straight rolling.
That's rolling. Austin Hunn, he is making up ground, but he's, too far back. I mean, he's over a minute back. That's going to be his problem here tonight. Is he's got so much to make up now, just due to that pit road penalty in those 40 seconds. He would have to make up to even get
Yeah,
back to striking range.
he's probably got a lot going through his mind right now. What he can do on pit road to try to change up pit strategy with the 13 and try to make up ground through pit road and what he can do on track to do it. Yeah.
It's what it shoulda, coulda, woulda going through your mind, right?
And honestly, people make mistakes like that, and it ends their night. It messes up their run. They can't drive the same. Yeah, I don't think it's messed that man up. He's still driving just as hard as he was before. He just got to figure out how to get back on track with that 13.
I don't think it's messed him up either. I truly don't. But unfortunately, it's just, it's going to come down to a matter of strategy, time, and trying to figure out what you can do with the limited laps. And you see Joseph Tucker going sideways.
Oh, the 83 around.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he just drifted it around the track, around the corner. That was pretty good. That was pretty good right there.
You just Tokyo drifting it, man. Oh, and again. Hello, this time is not going to work. Oh,
he saved it again.
Wow.
He is driving the wheels off of that thing. Oh, and he's still loose.
He's impersonating Paul Walker at this point.
I believe he's just playing.
I just think he's having a good time at this point. He's like, hey, I'm 13th. I'm a lap down. Let's just have some. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Good job.
That man is Tokyo drifting around the whole track.
I mean, if this was a drift competition, I mean, he'd be on point.
I, I see what he's doing. He's trying to do his best SVG impersonation right now.
Oh, oh, oh. Missed the corner. Missed the corner. Try it again, Michael. Come on. You got to nail the corner. Let's see if he can get it through the S's here. We probably shouldn't be encouraging this behavior, but it's mighty fun to watch. Come on, get it through the S's. Come on,
Uh,
buddy. Come on. There you go. No, no, no,
Ooh.
no. Oh, 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 oh. No, not enough. He gone.
Oh no.
He tried. We here at BMRL do not encourage this behavior, but in the same token, it's mighty fun to watch.
Yeah, it gets a little boring at these road courses. It's hard not to laugh at something.
Oh man, that was fun to watch.
He was willing it though. I got to give him that.
He was trying it. He just lost it.
He done replayed that SVG burnout through the whole track too many times.
If only he knew the broadcast cameras were on him. He probably never thought the broadcast cameras would be on him.
Yeah, he's gonna go watch this thing back and be like, man, this ain't even right. He's gonna be laughing his butt off.
Austin, meanwhile, 37 seconds to race lead.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's got a little tight.
yes, sir.
As we close in on halfway, Michael Tucker going to lose a spot to Shane Haas. Well, that, you would kind of figure that. He's probably burnt the tires off of it. Now he's missing a rear deck. I mean, his drifting attempt did not go as he planned it.
he has he has tore the whole butt in. Oh, the
oh,
87 around
oh, he held on to it somehow.
saved it. Whew.
And blinked at the same time. That's always fun.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, hang on to her.
Yeah, them tires are starting to wear out now. Holy.
And see, this is the point as a driver where you're talking to the league owner and you're going, why are we doing 50 laps again?
Yeah, right. How's it? It don't sound like a lot at a road course, but that is a lot of laps at a road course.
Well, for reference at home, they've still got my estimated ticker over here shows about an hour and 11 minutes of driving still.
Shoo. I'm glad I'm broadcast or commentating instead of driving tonight.
You mean you don't want to go try it with them?
And listen, if they was at Richmond, Martinsville, Dover, anything other than this, I'd be fine with it. Road courses, I try to keep it in between the navigational beacons, and wherever I finish is where I finish.
Oh, man. Exactly. That's kind of how it works. Travel from point A to point B.
That's exactly right.
And get there in a reasonable, timely fashion. It's like this. What's our objective tonight, boss? Finish.
Exactly. That's all I can tell. Well, I would say that's all I can tell my team owner, but I'm the team owner.
Yeah, guys, just finish. I don't care where you finish at.
Yeah.
Scott right there in front of Joseph Tucker. That's fifth and sixth, spread apart on the racetrack right now. Austin Hunt, Kevin Gittenberger, Devin Ramsey, Jake Baker, Connor Elliott right there as well.
I'll tell you what, Austin Hunt might have messed himself up for chance at winning this thing, but he's still hanging around there to end up with a decent points night.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't make that same mistake again at some point.
And I do believe he'll probably make up these two spots. He probably get him a top 5.
Yeah, I think he'll catch Austin. Matter of fact, he's 4 seconds behind Austin, or behind Joseph at the moment. and running pretty competitive lap times. So I think you're right. He will get in the top five here as long as he doesn't make any more mistakes tonight.
And honestly, I'm kind of surprised Joseph isn't farther up there. That kid's fast. To be so young, he's fast.
Well, it's 35 seconds to gap from first to second. Stover to Kedler, Drew, Scott, Joseph Tucker, and Austin Hunt there as well. 23 on the board. 23 complete here tonight. Chris out front, being the man of the show. Matt, Drew, then it's Scott, then it's Joseph Tucker. Austin Hunt, who was running second when he got a pit road speeding or exit penalty. He'll be sixth right now. Kevin Gittenberger to seventh. Chris Cornett to eighth. David Ramsey at ninth. And then Connor Elliott actually trying to make a move on Baker. That'd be the battle for 10th at the moment. So these two.
And Chris Mayonnaise is still making up spots. He's up almost into the top 10 again.
A little bit of break lock up for the 38, but he'll get clear. He'll move into the top 10. Brandon Bowman back there. There's Mayonnaise in 13th, the BMRL machine.
Man, he's having a good run tonight.
Well, he didn't have a good supper. I talked to him pre-race, and as the leaders went off, but he's back.
Oh.
Made a little boo-boo. Not going to hurt him too bad. But yeah, to my point, I talked to Mayonnaise there pre-race, and his spaghetti cooking didn't go as he planned it. You see, he went to eat his noodles, and his noodles were tough.
Oh, man.
Now,
so he already knew it was going to be a tough night.
Exactly. When you mess up making spaghetti, that's been a bad night.
Yes, sir.
And see, this is where I take Stormy's side here on the cooking habits of Chris, and we're going to pick on Chris here. My man messed up spaghetti, homie. How do you manage that one?
It's hard to do. I mean, it's possible, but it's hard to do.
I mean, it takes talent. Like Grandma always said, all you got to do is throw the noodle at the wall, and if it sticks, it's good. Oh, Drew, Scott, Austin. You know, this might be the quickest firing in BMRL history. If Chris hears that one. Joseph Tucker, Austin Hunt. Oh, man. My boy over here is just like, I had nothing to do with said comments of Matt. Right. You're on your own, bud.
Yeah, it was all his fault.
Oh, Christopher continuing to dominate. Continuing to lead right now. I mean, what else can you say, man? It's been a dominant run for Stouffer. But you know what we can say is we're almost halfway there, buddy. 2 more laps to halfway.
And I'm hearing from one of the drivers that's out of the race, track's very slick tonight.
Yeah, it kind of looks to be. And that will get worse as we rubber up as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the more this track rubbers up, the worse that's going to get.
And that makes it even more amazing that Chris is doing what he's doing. Chris Stouffer, that is.
Yes, man. Well, right now, we work towards halfway. And what's the things that's caught you off guard tonight?
Exactly what I just said. Chris Stouffer having a run like this. I mean, from what I've heard, he's always been fast at road courses, but I didn't know he was this fast. And also, Michael Tucker being out of the race. I mean, like I said earlier, that kid's fast. I didn't expect him to be out this early. And also, Chris, I didn't know he was such a decent road course racer to maybe possibly get a top 10 tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've known Chris for a long time, and I wouldn't pick him as a road course ringer by any means, but he has definitely done a good job here tonight.
Yeah, he's making it happen. I mean, get a decent points night and go on to next week.
Yeah, that's all you really can do, right? I mean, at this point in the race, everybody's kind of set where they're set, right? You've done kind of picked your strategy that you're going to run with no stage
Oh,
yellows. It's kind of hard to change it up.
got one around.
Whoa,
Timothy Darby still sitting there trying to get her
Tim-
turned around now.
Timothy, sir, you can't park there.
And he's been on pit road for a while, I believe.
Let's take a look at what happened there. Somebody call the parking police here. Oh,
He
oh,
just
lost it.
and that just shows you right there how loose the track is. He was very slow and still spun it out.
The parking police. The parking police.
Ooh, I'm just I tell you, I'm just amazed at how far this 13 is ahead of everybody else. I mean, he's gotten all the way up to what 10th place lap right now.
Yeah, I mean, he is absolutely dominated here. Or, excuse me, blah, blah, blah. I was looking at Chris. But yeah, up to 10th. Great job by these guys as well. The moment when one broadcaster is looking at one car and one broadcaster is looking at another car, it happens.
Yes, sir.
We need about 10 of us out here to cover this one.
Man,
10
that's a
of us and a
lot
light.
of right. It's a lot of doggone track to cover.
Taking a look at Jake Baker there in the 17.
You got a dogfight going on there. Well, it did.
If you don't mind me doing so real quick, Dustin, don't forget, come join me over on my channel this Friday evening as I take on the Watkins Glen 6 hours. As we got cars around, Connor Elliott and off track.
Yeah, you invite me in, man. I'll come. I'll come help you.
Hell yeah, I'll put you in a car. You want to run the Mustang with me?
The new Mustang.
Yeah, new Mustang.
I ain't got that one quite yet.
Well, I can get you the Mustang. That ain't a problem.
My man said I really want you to come drive. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Out of the road courses, Watkins Glen is my best track.
I need a teammate. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, we'll try to make something happen.
Oh, 26 on the board. Con Mayo into doing it too. If we con Mayo into doing it, I do it and you do it as a group. We can all just hit
That's
up to 6 hours at the Glen. That's
yeah,
only
heck yeah.
that's only what
Two,
2 hours apiece.
yeah, 2 hour stints apiece and maybe a win.
Maybe a win. Austin Hun right there in second. Nice run for Austin. The only difference is I'm doing the Friday night session because I don't want to get up early Monday or Saturday. Shouldn't be too bad. What if it starts at 9? It'll be done by what 4-ish in the morning. That wouldn't be too bad.
Woo! It's a lot of racing.
Let's see. Chris continuing to lead.
He ain't leading. He's dominating.
He's checked out.
Yeah, he's gone. He's just trying to figure out where to go to put it in victory lane and then take it to the trailer.
He has done some special operations type of stuff here tonight. He has snuck
He
in and got out and gone.
he ain't even worried about the race no more. He's just shifting it wherever he wants and breaking wherever he wants. Just easing around here, just trying to figure out what he's gonna do for that victory lap.
I don't know, but I think I see a Black Hawk over the back straightaway ready to exfil him out of here.
He's probably got a lot of people trying to figure out what he's doing because that thing is slam on a rail. I've only seen him mess up, what, one time tonight?
Yeah. Man, the only way these guys are is getting him tonight. They're gonna need a little bit of air support.
Yeah. Or a Mario Kart banana.
A Sam missile right down in front of the car, baby. Oh man. 26 on the board this time by Christopher. Austin Hunt, Drew, right there as well. Hopefully, we're entertaining the people here. At least we're keeping it somewhat entertaining for these people.
Yeah, this one would be a very bored one just to watch it with nothing else going on.
Devin Ramsey back there. Yeah, because everybody all the way around the racetrack's pretty well, all but Joseph Tucker finally getting to Scott here. One battle for position on the racetrack right now. To see what they got here down the hill. The 39.
Man,
Go
I
ahead.
tell you what, Austin Huns done come back up second place.
Austin, no. I tell you what, he doesn't give up, does he?
He's got a lot of determination. If he can get a few mistakes out of Chris and get a good pit stop, he might still be in this thing. I mean, he's a long way back, but anything's possible at a road course.
I will eat my hat if he gets the win tonight.
Well,
I mean, that's the most PG version I could put out there right now.
I was sitting there trying to think of something to say. If he wins, I don't know what I would do.
I don't know either, but I would eat my hat at least.
All I'm saying is if he wins this thing, he needs some extra points.
Right? He needs the drive of the year trophy.
Right.
But the drive of my broadcasting career across the board, if he comes back to get this. I mean, I had him counted out after that mistake. But
Yeah, I was for sure he was done unless there was a major mistake.
as of
But
right now, folks at home, he's about a second and four and change faster than your leader. Now, if you do the math, he would need to have 53 laps at a second a lap to catch him. But he doesn't have that. But he's also clicking that down at pretty good rate. He's got it down to 45 seconds. So that time by, he clipped off quite a bit more. Now 23 seconds as it updates a little bit here. It's going to bounce back and forth because he's so far back. But I don't think he's out of it.
And on the other hand, they got everybody up to ninth place a lap down, and if we go by the first stint, they should be pitting here soon.
Yeah, and that's the one thing he doesn't have to need to do is make another mistake.
That's right.
Right? He can overcome the 40-second penalty. If he gets another 40-second penalty, that's a wrap.
That's right. If it's me, I'm driving about 3 mile an hour too slow, and I'm making for sure I don't mess up coming off pit road.
Yeah, don't speed. Don't get a pit road exit penalty. Don't get a pit road entry penalty. Don't get a penalty for looking at the pit road official sideways. Don't get a penalty for anything.
Don't be throwing a bottle out the window to get a caution. I mean, don't need none of that.
Be on your best behavior right now.
Man, he's driving the mess out of that car.
Be what we would call in school the teacher's pet right now.
Be like us in the army say, be all you can be.
Exactly. Or be the only man to get pulled over by a cop for going too slow. There's another.
Oh,
Go ahead.
He made a mistake there and went a little wide in that corner.
You don't want to do that. Yes, I'm the only uncool person that's got pulled over for driving too slow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I got a few speeding tickets. I ain't never got one for being too slow.
Right. Of course, my dickhead responded. I ain't gonna. I responded with, "If you want me to go faster, I can go faster. I promise you that."
Yeah, it sounds something like my grandma told the cops one night that she got pulled over. The cop told her she needed to quit speeding. He wouldn't give her the ticket. She said, "I can't do that because I just drive what I feel." And Austin Hunn's on pit road, by the way.
Yes, he is.
I think he might be trying to short pit the 13 here. Let's see if he goes another 15. Yeah, he might. He might can make that work.
It's gonna be close, but I think he can. Short pitted, got fresh tires. He's doing anything he can do to close this gap up here tonight. I
And
like
what's the
it.
gap? What's the gap from him to Chris right now?
57 seconds. So when Chris comes to pit road, we'll get a better representation of where we're at with about 20 to go. But I'm very impressed that he's got back to where he got back to.
Oh, same here.
I
I'm
mean,
very impressed at how it looks like Chris Stouffer's just on a Sunday stroll.
man, wouldn't it be disappointing for Chris Stover after all he's done tonight if Austin got him late?
It would, but man, listen. If Austin gets him and wins this race, that man deserves it because he is determined and don't give up.
Hashtag team never quit.
And that's sometimes that's all it takes, man. A little determination.
Chris staying out. Now, Chris is going to run along here, I feel like, and try to ensure that he can make it on field. So he's going to do the exact opposite.
And see that's where if Austin can make up enough time here with Chris staying out, that should give him enough to catch him. I'm not going to say it's going to put him around him, but if yeah, I believe he might can make it happen.
I believe
He's going to have to drive the wheels off of it, but it's possible.
he's going to have to drive like he's got a cougar in the car.
Yes, sir. Little Ricky Bobby.
And I mean, he's going to have to go at it each and every lap. He's not going to have
Yeah,
time to take a breath.
no mistakes. That's all I can tell him.
He's not even going to be able to say boo to a goose.
Jesus.
Christopher, Drew. Hey, it is 10:30 Eastern. Okay, we're now getting into the uncensored territory of the night.
Yeah.
Right. This is
Uh,
usually when my filter comes off around this time of night.
yeah, I'm usually on Call of Duty or on iracing, actually racing around this time, and yeah, my filter. I have no filter.
Not safe for work. That's all I can say. Drew, right there, Chris, Drew. Man, I tell you what. You know what sponsor we need, man?
What's that?
Some of those like battle ready like meals. You know what I'm talking about? The little break open meals. We need to get a
Kind of like
sponsor. Yeah, kind of like
kind
yeah,
MRE.
yeah. Kind of only these you don't even have to heat them up really. You don't even have to really put them in water or anything. We need to get a sponsor like that because I got a crap ton in the broadcasting room. They're good to snack on
Oh,
during the show.
I've never heard of the battle ones you talking about, but I've ate a whole lot of MREs.
Yeah, these you just kind of break open.
Huh. Might have to look into that.
They've got like beans and shit like that. it's not great, but in the middle of a broadcast and you're hungry, it works.
I think I'll stick to my chips.
Right? Hey, man, I'm actually trying to be healthier, so I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, I need to be.
Chris, Drew, Austin. Only thing left I got to do here is figure out how I'm going to quit smoking. That's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, I got to too, so I can get this back surgery. But I tell you what, Chris is about to put 8th place a lap down.
Yeah, he is. I'm just kind of waiting for him to hit pit road to really see where Austin is in relation to him.
Exactly. I do believe he'll probably come in this lap. Oh,
Oh,
8th place around Chris Cornett.
Cornette.
Oh, the leader around.
Well, that's not going to help.
That's the kind of mistakes that Austin needs right there.
So let's take a look here. So Cornette goes around, and the 13 just went in wide to avoid the stalled car, and it just threw his line off.
Honestly, just from experience being in the car, I do believe he gassed it up too early, thinking that that Chris was going to come back up the track and hit him, and it ended up spinning him out.
That is the mistake that Austin's been waiting for. And he's going to stay out another lap. I think that's a mistake.
He's trying to make up time from that spin, but
Austin's got fresh tires.
right, and that probably gave Austin a good 4 or 5 seconds, maybe more.
Oh boy, these final 20 trips around C.O.T.A is going to be rather interesting. Now, keep in mind, boys and girls, it's only 20 laps around C.O.T.A, right? But keep this in mind. That's almost another 45 minutes of driving.
Right.
So, I mean, you still got to hit your marks another 45 minutes. And don't make mistakes. Like we saw Chris Stouffer make.
This is gonna be a nail biter to the end for Austin. I can tell you that.
This is gonna be one of them Katie bar the doors, hide your girlfriend and your wives type of finishes. Because if he gets there, I'm not sure he won't rough him up a little bit.
If he don't, I'd be disappointed.
He's got to go get it. If he gets an opportunity, go get it.
Exactly.
Now, the reason why we're focusing on this is, well, everything else around the racetrack is pretty well spread apart.
Yes, it is.
Kind of the battle for the win. Now, last time by, for reference, let's see, what did Austin run? He ran a 220 flat last time by.
That's faster than qualifying.
Chris ran a 228. That included that spin. So he made up 8 seconds that one lap.
And that might be what he needed right there.
Now, the question is going to become, can Austin make it on fuel from where he stopped?
He stopped on, I believe, like 28.
Yeah.
And 28 to 50, 22 laps. He can make it.
He might have to
Depends
bogey
on,
it at the end.
that's what I was about to say. It depends on how much he used up trying to catch Chris.
Let's check the lap time this time by. Here comes Austin. He's got a little bit of lap traffic he's having to deal with. That's going to hinder the process just a little bit. Hey, I got one question for you, sir.
What's that?
Since Mayonnaise is the league president and all, I want to know where he's all of his secret service and everything is. Have we not got the funding for that yet?
No, I think we got rent-a-cops right now.
Yeah, that's all we can afford. And not the good ones either.
Yeah.
More like the Wish version of Rent-A-Cops. So last time by, 221 for Austin, 221.9. Now keep in mind,
Oh.
Austin's in traffic. He needs to get clear of this traffic to start making up the ground. He will get by Drew here for second. Drew needs to pit anyway, but this is just him trying to get through traffic here. Traffic is
He's
one
doing.
thing. Go ahead.
He's doing the smart thing though. He ain't trying to rush it. He's trying not to make that mistake that Chris made earlier.
Yep. Don't give the time back. There's the 17 trying to pick his way through here. The S is not really a passing zone, really. Probably
It's better. It's better to give up this probably a second that he's losing, staying behind this guy, than to give up 8 or 9, 10 seconds or ruin your whole entire race trying to pass him.
Yep, there you go. Right into the passing zone. Good job.
Got him. Now here we look at passing old Drew.
And even in traffic, he was still a couple of tenths faster than Chris. So.
And this might be where the attrition's coming in. Chris might be wearing himself out mentally and physically. His car might still be good, but he might not be good.
He needs to reach over and do like they do on the commercial and hit the easy button.
I wish I had one of them.
Easy money. He went to work through. Great job across the racetrack here. Again, it's been a wonderful race here tonight.
Very clean. A whole lot cleaner than I expected.
And Austin did just get by Drew for second, by the way. So
Yeah, I had no doubt he was going to get that. It was just if and when, or when and where.
Right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take our last crank it up tonight. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take our last commercial break, and we'll be back with you to the end. All right, back here from our little break there, commercial break, and believe it or not, Chris is still yet to come to pit road. I don't know about this strategy. He's giving up about 2 seconds a lap here. That's an awful lot to give up. Unless he just does not think Austin can make it on fuel.
That's what I was about to say. He might think Austin's got a, which they're teammates. They're probably talking to each other right now. He probably knows that he
I,
can't make it on fuel, so he
I,
might be pushing it.
I don't know how much I talk to my teammate right now on this.
I, I, you right. You right.
It's
They
just,
probably that Discord's probably a little quiet.
it's just like a relationship. You're supposed to tell your partner everything up to the point to where it behooves you not to.
Exactly.
Then you keep your mouth shut. Christopher, Austin Hahn. Because you're sure not going to tell them that you looked at the chicken at Walmart.
That's right.
You're going to keep your mouth shut. Kill me if you're
I
watching. I'm not. This is not a confession of any time. Straight
you got
analogy.
that's got me kind of curious now, knowing their teammates. I'm wondering
Right?
what they got going on over there.
Oh. There's Drew Scott coming to 15 to go here tonight. 15 to go this time by.
And that's a long way to go.
Oh, they've only got about 35 minutes of driving left, guys.
You got almost a minute, or almost 2 minutes and a half a lap.
Yeah, I mean you're putting around here. It feels like at times.
Oh man, this only other than what, two long straightaways, you're on the brakes a lot, shifting.
Downshifting,
I mean,
upshifting, grabbing gears, driving gears. Just trying to nurse this thing around here. Try to not spin out.
and they're probably about wore out.
Yeah. They're absolutely, positively exhausted. We know all these guys are going to climb out of the sim rig and go to bed.
I think I'm gonna hop out the booth and go race as soon as this is over.
There we go. I know I need to go get a Mustang ready for the Glen here pretty soon.
I might have to go practice the Glen.
Yep. You see Chris I'm curious now as to RU what's being said in that Discord chat at this point.
Yeah, it's probably quiet.
Are they talky? They know talky? Or are they cussy? One of the three.
Huh. If only we were fly on the wall.
If only.
And at this point, only the top 5 is all left on the lead lap.
And that kind of goes back to what we thought at the beginning of the year, right? Or overnight. That it was going to get spread out like this without stage yellows. And that's exactly what's occurred.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we were dead on that one.
Oh, it happens at pretty much every road course. It just gets strung out. But I'll tell you what, Chris Mayo, he's still moving on up. He's up to 12th. He's making a comeback. At least a good, decent night. Decent points night.
Good for mayonnaise, man.
Yes, sir.
He filled that jar of mayonnaise back about at least halfway back up.
Oh, yeah. Car's still in one piece. He's still on track. Get her done.
Still riding around the circles, making right-hand turns.
And if I'm not mistaken, Mayo's a little bit older than I am. He's probably about wore out right now, because I know I would be.
So for the reference, the gap right now right now 49 seconds. We will see how this works once we get to pit road, right?
And they both have to pit at least one more time.
Yeah. Man, this is gonna be some stuff right here. How does this end here tonight?
And honestly, seeing how far this 13 is going, I'm wondering if Austin can make it.
It's gonna be tight.
But if you think about it, the 13 pitted on lap 15, so he's working on.
So I'm
No,
showing.
he pitted on lap 6. Yeah, 15. So he's working on
So I'm
20.
showing that he snuck down pit road on his 10 laps ago. So that would put him on
Ah,
27. So lap 27. I didn't see him sneak down. Did you?
I did not. And you've pretty much been on him the whole time, except for jumping around a few times. And I've been on Austin, so
I don't know how he Houdini that one.
I'm not sure.
I don't know where Chris pulled that off.
He got one of them planes to come down and do a rolling pit stop, is what he did.
Exactly. Had a little air to air refueling going on.
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't applaud Austin's effort here tonight enough. He's still 48 seconds back. He has drove the hiney off that car.
I mean, we keep saying Chris, and Austin, but that just shows you what kind of team they got over there. They're running 1-2 right now. He might be 40 something seconds behind Chris, but they're 1-2 right now. That's a heck of a team they got over there.
So you ready to make him cry? We'll make him cry. If he's
Oh,
48 seconds back, he had a 40-second penalty. That means if he hadn't have got that penalty, he'd be 8 seconds back.
man,
That's,
I wouldn't have thought about that unless you said it, but that's true.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
That makes you cry a little bit, don't it?
makes you think.
What if he hadn't have got that penalty?
But like we said a while ago, we still got what?
13 laps, about 30 minutes.
That's a long way. Anything can happen.
Anything can and usually does.
And we've already seen the leader around one time. So
All we need is one more mess up, right? One more time.
he'd had to make a pretty big mess up this time.
Yeah, I mean, if you spin the car though, it hurts the tires. That can lead to other problems. So you just got to keep the car on track here.
Right, but also he's 49. What'd you say? 49 seconds behind.
Yep.
So if Austin still got a pit, and his race is pretty much shot for the win.
The last time by, he's 48.5 back. He ran a 2:23.7 to a 2:24.4 from Chris. So he's still faster, but not fast enough.
He'd had to be running a whole lot faster.
Yeah, he would need the Jetsons here.
Yeah, a couple shots of nitrous.
A little bit of push to pass, if you will.
I gotta say though, both of them are really, really, I mean, extraordinarily smooth around this track.
They are, and it's been fun to watch them, kind of just smoothly run this racetrack all night, man.
Yeah, I mean the whole field pretty much. I mean it's been a very, very clean race.
If you will, a smooth Monday night.
Yes, sir.
A smooth start to your work week. smooth start to the broadcasting week if you're me.
Nice little debut for me.
Yes, sir, as we come to 11 to go. Of course, our boy Dustin here will be handling the truck series tomorrow night.
Yeah, kind of nervous, but we'll make it happen.
Oh, you'll do fine, man.
I'm gonna try. Oh, Austin a little loose there.
Just pushing it a little bit too hard at this point.
The tires are probably wearing out, getting slick.
There does come a point to where you're not going to gain anything enough. There's no sense to wreck the car, right?
Oh, you're exactly right.
I mean, there's a point to where you just got to take what you can get.
Right, exactly. Me myself, I'd be winding it down and just making sure I finish second right now.
Wind it,
But
you
I mean, he's a whole lot better road racer than I am. So I mean, I say that, but he might think he can catch him. So I mean,
know. I mean, he's keeping the speed. We'll give him that.
oh, most certainly.
I'm showing him 49.5.
So he's pretty much sizzled out. They pretty even right now.
Yeah, pretty much a dead even heat here at the front of the field.
Oh, also, Chris to pit road.
Oh boy. Wait a second. Now he had a lap furthermore, or a lap. What's the word for it? Or 2 laps more on that seat than Austin did. Can Austin make it? I mean, this is going to help him gain on him. Chris will have fresh tires, but so let's see.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was at 13, I wouldn't even have took tires.
He'll roll out. He had such a lead though that Austin ain't even to the front straight. And here comes Austin to pit road, so he had to pit as well. So that answers that question.
I need to slow her down here. Make sure you don't get no penalties and keep it smooth and gentle.
So that should set them both up to be fine to the end.
Oh yeah, they definitely make it now.
Yeah, it's what a 10 lap run to the end of this thing. Yeah, they're
Yes,
good
sir.
shape now. So what are you thinking so far first night out together, buddy?
Pretty smooth. Learning a lot. You know, getting my confidence up, man. But it's been fun. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. And 10 to go. We're down to the final 10 circuits this time by C.O.T.A. Still a long way to go, but we've knocked off 40 laps here tonight.
10 more to go, and it's probably gonna get a little heated here towards the end.
Gap still about 48 seconds. No real change there.
And honestly, I don't see it changing any. I think you see the finishing order probably right now, unless something major bad happens to one of them.
Yeah, unless somebody makes a boo-boo, right? Which I wouldn't be shocked, but you know, no boo-boo.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. The determination out of Austin, I'm kind of rooting for him.
Yeah, me too, bro. I just don't know what he's gonna get there, though. I love it how many of you are like, "Come on, man." You know, we're supposed to, you know, not be pulling for folks, but it's kind of hard.
I mean, when you've got a kid that's gotten made a boo boo on pit road, fell this far back, and just literally has just drove his butt off. No quit in him. It's hard not to root for him.
Yeah, it's hard for any of us here not to root for him. It's been so much fun to watch. That's for sure.
I promise you, though, he's probably beating himself up more than anybody else could. Promise you, he won't make another mistake like that this season.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. I don't think so either.
Man, that's some hard breaking.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say, right? It's just been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, usually road courses are just straight boring, but this battle between the 13 and 15, well, not really a battle, but
Right?
the drive for second, the drive for first place is it's been a crazy one. That's
It's
about the
been
best I can say.
it's been fun, man.
Oh yeah,
Down to 10 to go tonight. We're down to the final 10, buddy.
and I tell you what, these boys here make me want to go drive some road course cars, and look, they
Right,
got me wanting to learn.
right. There we go. Austin back there, Drew. Joseph, nice job. I can't say more of what we've seen here tonight. This has been so much fun. I mean, it's just been a night and a half.
And Chris Mayo's just out there on an island by himself.
Yeah, Chris Mayo is just, riding around in no man's land, talking to the barista on the island, trying to get a tequila, whatever he can do.
I tell you what, though, Chris has been, I believe it's been a year
Yeah,
with this league, owning this league. He's got something nice going here. I mean, got some very clean drivers, great racing. He's, I see this league turning into something huge, honestly.
yeah, I got to be honest and give him credit, man. He's done a hell of a job in the year he's owned it, to be honest.
Exactly.
And that's just me being completely honest with you. Happy for him, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. It's it's hard to run a league on iRacing because you get a bunch of usually you get a bunch of guys that just mess it up, and the league don't last but a year or two. But I see this one going somewhere.
Yeah, me and Chris, I've known him for a long time at this point, and he's took this league way farther than I ever predicted. That's for damn sure. Because you never know, right? I mean, you just never know.
That's right. And the things that he's trying to do in the future too is I've seen a few things that he's talking about, and if it all works out for him, it's gonna be pretty amazing.
Yes, sir. It'll be 8 to go this time by. So it'll be 8 laps to go this time as we work our way through with Chris Stouffer out front. Still continuing to dominate just as he's done all night long.
And Austin back here just driving just as hard as he can,
Austin,
giving that car everything it can
man,
handle.
he's doing everything he's got.
Oh yeah.
He's thrown everything at it but the kitchen sink. And maybe that.
I promise you one thing, I'd hate to be the tire man on that thing because them tires just wore slam out.
The tires are exhausted, the car is exhausted, the man in the car is exhausted, the gears are exhausted.
Oh, I promise you, they will get a good night's sleep tonight. Oh, 13 and a little bit of traffic here. Oh,
Well, don't do that.
that was a close one, but he got on by there.
He got by him, but that was a little tighter than I would have wanted to see that car. Right? I would have gave him just a
Uh,
little bit more breathing room.
yeah, I believe I would have just hit the brakes and let him go.
Yeah. You don't want to make the boo boo.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be that guy that takes the leader out.
No, not with 8 to go.
No, especially not the night that Chris has had.
A dominant performance all evening. That'd be a shame to get caught up with a lap car now.
Man, listen, I've seen dominance on road courses, and it still ain't dominant road course race I've seen I've never seen one this dominant.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he has been just everything but perfect except one minor boo boo. Ooh, Austin a little
A
sideways.
little sideways. So 7 to go. This time by. Chris Stover. Austin, Drew, Scott, Joseph. Right there as well. Seven to go. Joseph, Scott, Kevin.
Yeah, Drew Pro, Joseph Tucker, and Scott Phelps, they've had a very quiet, good run. Sitting third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, they have, and a little bit of passing back there as well. You see the 39 there, Joseph falling to fifth. Scott snuck around him there late in the going. Nice job. So there's the pass for position at least. Are you surprised there that who was that? Joseph? They got or Joseph having a top 5 run here?
Oh yeah, Joseph Tucker.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not surprised. Them Tucker boys are fast, man.
Good solid top. What would be a top 5 finish here? So Joseph continuing to hang on. Chris Stouffer. Oh man, absolutely insanity here tonight, brother.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what them truck boys do tomorrow night.
You want to hear the funny part though?
What's that?
That gap's still at 48 seconds.
Telling you, them boys are just they're even. They're just neither one of them's faster than the other, honestly.
And if you think about it, again, I don't want to harp on it, but if you subtract 40 seconds from that, a little bit more actually, probably about 42, that puts you within swinging distance. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy.
Austin's gonna go back and watch this, and he is not gonna like you.
No, he's not.
Oh man.
That one mistake.
And the thing is, man, that was a pretty sizable boo boo, but he still can't hang his head on that, man. That
No.
He come back and got a second place. Well, more than likely going to get a second place finish out of this. You can't hang your head on that.
I mean, no, you cannot. I mean, you absolutely can't hang your head over driving the car back this far and this hard. And what's probably, I would argue, the hardest race of the season.
Oh yeah, road courses are by far not easy at all.
No.
I'd rather race a super speedway than a road course.
I mean, we're not touching another road course until we go to Watkins Glen. That will be on September the 9th. But again, to me, the Watkins Glen road course, way easier than this one.
Yeah,
Think about the playoffs, what this means for the playoffs. October the 7th, Charlotte Roval for 120 laps.
they can have that.
They can have that all day long.
Yeah, I'll be there in spirit and broadcast a race, but they can have that.
You don't want to go out there and run that, buddy?
No, me and the Roval have a love-hate relationship.
Well, see, me and the Roval have a hate
I feel you there. I just went and ran the Roval a few, I believe last week, and I had my best run going and got took out.
5 to go. This time by for the guys out front. 5 laps to go. Chris Stouffer, Austin Hunt, Drew back there as well as Scott and Joseph Tucker.
I'm wondering if Scott can catch Drew.
Can you catch me now? He says.
I mean, he's got time to catch him. He ain't too far behind him.
What is that now? Not too much. He's catching him about 2 seconds a lap. See if he can get to the back bumper of it. It did take a little bit of work, but technically he could get there. And again, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us here tonight. As you watch tonight's coverage here as we close into about the final 10 minutes of this race tonight at the C.O.T.A Raceway. It's been overall a great night.
Yes, it has, and I'd like to go out on a limb and tell Chris thank you for the opportunity and you for letting me join you tonight.
No problem, buddy. No problem, as always. Christopher continuing now. 40. Hey, it's not 48 seconds anymore. It's 47. If you
Oh boy.
If you subtract that 40, it'd make it 7.
Man. Oh, I promise you, that man's been beating himself up from the time he got that penalty till now.
So I'm glad.
Knowing.
I'm glad I've got a trained individual in the booth with me. I might need personal protective services to escort me out of the booth.
Listen, that man's probably on fire right now because he's had a long race to think about all of that.
You might see a stone cold stunner to the broadcaster.
All right.
4
Well,
laps to go.
We interviewed a top 3 after the race?
Yes, we do.
Oh boy, we gonna hear all about it then.
4 to go. I might need to go hide after the race.
Oh man.
My first night back, I'm already picking pots. Look at that. Didn't take long, did it?
No sir.
Oh man. All right, in chat, guys. All right, guys, chat time. What do you guys think? Should I get a stone cold stunner from Austin for my crap talking about his 40-second 40-second penalty? You guys decide. But I brought it up like 5 times.
At least.
Man, oh man.
Oh boy, I believe the '80s Drew's either wearing them tires out or his body's worn out because he's making a lot of mistakes right here. Keeps running off the track and stuff.
Yeah, he does.
I'm wondering how much more the 13's got, honestly, because I believe he's driven just about as hard as he can from the drop of the green till now.
Right. Oh man, 3 to go this time. Bye, buddy.
I believe there's going to be a whole lot of huffing and puffing in that in them interviews after the race. I can guarantee you that.
So there we go. Nice and easy does it. And again, nice work throughout the field. 3 to go. Chris, Austin. What a night, dude. I'm so impressed with the way these guys have drove all night long.
Oh yeah, I've said it. I've probably said it about 10 times already, but I'm gonna say it again. This race has been a whole lot cleaner than I expected. I expected people to be off the track left and right, spinning out. Other than a few little accidents, including one with the leader, it's been fairly clean.
3 to go. Boy, oh boy, what could have been that battle if that mistake hadn't happened?
Honestly, I believe they'd be fighting for the lead right now. I don't think he'd be 47 seconds, 7 seconds. I think it'd be within tenths or hundreds right now.
Yeah, what I just had to think about, man, what kind of battle we would have had between those two had this went different.
Honestly, I think Austin be ahead of him right now if he hadn't have made that mistake. But Chris is fast, but I believe Austin's faster than him on the long run. Which he kind of showed that in the first run.
Oh, dude, it's been a butt whooping.
Yes, it has.
Let's see here.
Drew in traffic.
All right, guys in chat, is my audio level any better? My had a whoopsie over here. My mixer board over here knocked itself down, so I lost my thing, if you will.
Your mind.
Well, that and my mixer board, and I just can't catch a break, can I?
It happens to the best of us.
Some days. Austin there as well, right there behind him. 2 to go. Austin trying, but it's just not going to be enough tonight. Oh man, dude, I'm looking forward to next week when we go back to regular racing here.
It being a short track too, that's going to be a very
action track.
Yeah, it'll be a long, hard battle next week.
Long course of action.
Oh, Mayonnaise run off the track again, right in front of Drew. Got it going back again though.
Again, 1.5. Drew off track, got it going. Devin back there. Chris Cornett there as well. All right, it is coming to what will be the white flag, buddy.
Been a long one. I believe this is about the longest 3 laps I've ever been through.
Man, oh man, oh man. Austin still trying to get to Chris. Just nowhere close to being close enough. The battle we would have had if he was closer though, because those two cars were pretty much identical all night.
Let me guess, if he hadn't gotten that 40-second penalty.
Exactly, exactly. Oh, well, to be particular, it was about 42 seconds by the time you get off the pit road. So if you minus that, in the time it took to slow down to get to pit road, yeah, he'd be pretty much on his back bumper.
Man, that had to be a gut-wrenching feeling,
And
sitting there on pit road knowing he's just driving out of your life.
and one to go here. Why do we have two flagmen? Never mind. The things
I
I
don't know, but
noticed.
they waving a mess out that flag though.
So Chris leads here, coming through the final time. Austin Hun still 49 seconds back. Look at the night for Drew. Scott Joseph in the top five. Kevin Gittenberger, Brandon, Devin Ramsey, Chris on pit road there late. Fuel. Connor Elliott, Jake back here. Mayo going to come home 12th if he can just get it around here. But again, all night long, it was the Chris Stouffer show.
I don't think he relinquished it except for that one time that Austin stayed out a little longer than him. I think that's the only time he's not been in the lead.
Let's see, we went to green about 9:05 Eastern. We're going to come to the checkered flag around 9 or 11:15, 11:16. That means for 2 straight hours he led this race. The only real mistake he made, he spun it around what, one time?
Yes, sir. Went a little wide and got her loose and spun her around, got her back going.
Yep, but right now, as long as he's got a little bit of lap traffic, he's got to kind of ease through.
Oh,
Whoa. I wouldn't have got on the brakes that hard. That's just me.
he hit. It looked like he hit a little wheel hop there.
Through the stadium portion of this racetrack, out wide. We'll diamond this car back in. Here we go. It is going to be Chris Stouffer leading each and every single lap here tonight. Just a few corners away. And yet again, we'll see another winner on the schedule here at C.O.T.A. It's Chris Stouffer. Final couple of corners. The 13 really didn't make a mistake on but one time all night. And he'll come through the final corner here tonight. We'll see the dual checkered flag here tonight. Two flagmen will be waving that checkered. And across whichever finish line counts here, he will get it. Don't know if it's
Yes,
the first
sir.
one or second one, but he got it regardless.
That was a heck of a race by Chris.
Austin Hund.
Coming around the.
All right, guys. So we're gonna quickly, as the cars finish up, we're gonna quickly transition and get ready for our post-race interviews. So while we're doing that, you see these guys finishing up here. We'll be right back with you. All right, I'm just switching this over.
Okay.
And welcome back. And in the booth right now, we have our race winner, the man that dominated all night, Mr. Chris Stover. You got a copy.
I got you.
Man, you didn't set a wheel wrong all night but one time, but it was an epic drive for you in the 13.
Yeah, I got very lucky to get the lead that I did and be able to relax. Trust me, I had plenty of mistakes. I had to throw it in reverse at one point, and I spun out at another point. So, I had my fair share of incidents out there. I just luckily, I guess you didn't catch them on camera, which is good, and I was just able to maintain that lead that I got out to by just being consistent, trying not to push it too hard, and it paid off.
There you go, Dustin. What do you got for him?
Man, listen, I've been driving for a long time. That was a heck of a run, bro. You, I don't know how you did it, but what was you thinking when you got out there that long run and you found out Austin had that penalty?
Well, I was in chat with Austin's teammate, so when he got that penalty, that was the breathing room I needed. I know Austin and me are pretty even when it comes to these road courses, so um, you know, as much as I would like to race him hard for a win at a track like this, which is not one of my favorites, I was kind of relieved to get that nice cushion when he got that speeding penalty, and at that point, I really just kind of took it down a notch and just tried to bring it home. Because at that point, the only thing I had to lose was myself and beat myself up at that point. So I just tried to minimize that. I had plenty of off tracks and plenty of moments though, but I was just able to minimize them and yeah, bring it home.
Alrighty, man. Well, again, congratulations. You got sponsors, partners. Anybody like to give a shout out to?
Well, yeah, shout out to all 4D Racewear team. I also go to 4dracewear.com for any sim needs that you might have, shoes, gloves. They got other apparel there. It's a good company to support. Thank the wife and kids for letting me do this, especially the wife. And Chris for having the league, all the admins, you guys up here in the booth broadcasting. Hopefully we made it sort of an interesting race. I know it was a long one. I can't wait to stand up and stretch. I'm sitting here in a pool of sweat myself. So yeah, it might have looked made it look easy, but it certainly wasn't. I was sweating the whole time.
Alrighty, man. Well, good job tonight, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well,
Thank you.
folks watching, this is the part where Matt gets stone cold stunnered by Austin. Austin, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
I allegedly may have brought up that pit road penalty like 20 times. What if you hadn't have got it? So now's your opportunity to smack me if you'd like to. But, man, a great drive back to second.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one. I think me and Chris would have been pretty close there at the end if that wouldn't have happened, but it's still worked out for me. So now both of us locked into playoffs already.
Hey, that's all that really matters, right?
That's it.
Well, man, yeah. I hate to bring it up, but you had that penalty. Was it actually for? Was it for exit or entry? What did it get you on?
It was speed, and I went like 2 mile an hour over the speed limit right before the green cone. Just trying to get out of the pits as quick as I could. I stepped on the throttle like a split second too early, and it popped me for it. So had to go back around and come back in.
Well, that's unfortunate, man.
I had that. It was a 40-second hold, so I had to sit there for 40 seconds just watching everybody go by.
Well, and it makes you feel any better if you minus the 40 seconds from the finishing distance.
Yeah,
You'd still be 10 seconds back. So
yeah, it was close. I started overdriving a little bit there at the end. I noticed every time it announced lap times, I was running faster than everybody else was. So,
well, man, I know you're exhausted, but great drive.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Dustin, you got anything for him?
I just want to say congratulations because that was a heck of a run to come back to second place, and I I know y'all wore out, man. I ain't want to keep y'all too long, but what I mean, did you think you was gonna get him before you got that penalty?
I knew it was going to be close because, like he said earlier, me and him are kind of neck and neck. I figured it would be close. I don't know if I would have got him or not, but obviously I wouldn't have raced him dirty or anything to get there. But I think it would have been close.
I do too, man. Well, again, congratulations on second tonight, Austin.
Thank you.
All right, your P3 corner here tonight, Mr. Drew. You got a copy?
How's it going, guys?
Going well, man. Well, kind of a quiet night for you. You held inside there in the top five. You started fifth tonight. You wind up with a podium finish.
I kind of just kept it clean. I had a couple mishaps, but anything major. We messed up on the fuel, trying to get a jump on Chris and Austin with the first one, and kind of hurt us. So we had to save on that last run, so I didn't even have a chance to try and chase Austin down.
Right. Just one of them deals.
Yeah, but P3 is good after coming off of doing the 24-hour at Le Mans this weekend and getting a P10 and an LMP2.
Nice, man.
I'm a little wore out on the left right.
Well, I'm doing 6 hours at the Glen this weekend, so.
Me too.
I might join Matt for that one.
So we still got a little bit of left right to do.
Yep, certainly.
Well, man, congratulations, podium. Dustin, what you got for him?
I just want to say congratulations. That was a good, nice little clean run you had there, real quiet.
Yeah, I was hoping I was gonna get to battle with Matt, but I guess I came around the corner and he had lost it and blew his motor up the wall.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was coming second to last turn, right before the left-hander to get to the front stretch. He came out of the big sweeper and lost it, and he went right, hit the wall, blew up the motor, and I came around, and then I was pitting, and I said that sucks because me and him had battled up through the S's a couple times.
Man.
Well, man, again, congratulations on third tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, with that being said, folks, 1 week tonight we go to Richmond Raceway, back to short track racing. As you can see, the schedule scrolling through the bottom of your screen right now. We'll get ready to do it all over again next week, Richmond Raceway. And then Martinsville, a pair of road courses, or short tracks coming up off a road course. These guys will have their work cut out for them next week. So will we. Dustin, it's been a fun night, buddy.
Yes, sir. And make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for the truck race. My debut as a actual broadcaster doing the whole show, so hopefully I won't mess up too much.
There we go.